Think about everybody that has ever hurt you in your life. Go. All right, now think about the one common thing that they all displayed that you may have seen or may have not seen. All right, do you get it? Just like Dora, you got it. Now, your response might be different than mine, but I'm here to tell you that the one underlying theme between everybody that has ever hurt you or made you feel some way in your life is manipulation. The one prevalent thing in every single culture and every single person is manipulation. No matter how much of a goody two-shoes you are, you too manipulate every single day. Now, whether it's the food that you make, because technically you manipulate food when you cut it, when you cook it, when you mix it with other things, or if you manipulate on the extreme end, which is to other people. Thus, the most important thing in life is manipulation. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying to learn how to manipulate people. I'm actually advocating for the contrary. What I advocate is learning every single technique and every tactic that somebody that manipulates uses. For example, did you know in the FedEx sign there's an arrow in the actual name? I didn't know that till a few years ago. Now I can't unsee the shit. Now, you might be thinking, all right, cool. You can kind of see my point, but how does one go about actually learning these techniques to guard themselves, right? So the number one book, and probably the most famous book on manipulation, is the 48 Laws of Power. Now, for some people, if you go through the comment section, oh, this book is a sociopath manual, this is for psychopaths, whatever. The book might make you feel uncomfortable if you experienced somebody that manipulated you in the past. But if you keep running away from what you fear or what makes you feel uncomfortable, you will never grow. So the one book that I will recommend, and not to sound redundant, but I highly recommend reading the 48 Laws of Power. And if you don't want to spend 9 hours reading the entire book, go to Robert Greene's page on YouTube. I will link it down low. There's a summary of every single law. Study the laws, understand what could be potentially used against you, and then practice looking for it with every single person you talk to. Now, I'm not saying become cynical or become skeptical of every single person that you encounter, but I am saying look for key things and understand this one truth about all people that manipulate. They have to tell you, or they have to plant the seed of what they want done. So, for example, if you have a friend that is using you for money or using you for food, he will very subtly talk about it in a passive way, which will plant the seed, which will then sprout later in you thinking that, oh, maybe I should give him some food, maybe I should give him some money. That's the way manipulation works. But the one key thing in all manipulation, like I just stated, is they have to tell you what they want. And as soon as you learn these laws, and as soon as you practice actually observing people and watching what they say closely, nobody can ever manipulate you ever again. So, like, comment, subscribe. Let's talk about it.